it's just like, I think the Bud Giannis thing, I mean, you can't really argue with the results. You know, 18, 19, 60 wins, running through the league, MVP. So from afar, it was really interesting to see a coach. I mean, unlock is like an overused word, but from afar, it was true to watch that, to see, because I saw the beginning of what Jason thought Giannis could be, and where Chris was starting to fit in there, because that was the whole thing with Jabari, and like that had to sort itself out. And then just to see all of a sudden Giannis becomes this freight train, and I think, and clearly Bud was the right coach at the right time.
Yes, sir. No, but he got the Coach Bud has this culture and this like the organization and everything. You see it with Coach Charles, like trying to change the franchise. Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets. You saw with Todd Jenkins, which is under Bud. You see it with any other coach who's been, with Bud. So it's
that Bud coaching tree, starting with Greg Popovich, like. It doesn't really get much better than that, right? Like historically throughout the NBA right now, that footprint's on like 5 different teams.
5? No, it's more like...
At least, I mean, even like head coaches.
Yeah, it's more like 10 to 13. And then it's probably one staff member in maybe every coaching staff.
Jim, you said something interesting there. Like Giannis becomes this freight train. And I think J.K. kind of saw what that potential there was. You played one-on-one with him to the point where your mom was yelling at you guys for being too rough with one another. Obviously, he's your brother, and you look at his game differently. But when did you know, he's going to wreck this league? He's going to take this thing over.
So even to today, I don't think that. I'll tell you what I thought. I'll tell you what changed in my mind. I think it was the year he won an All-Star. Like, you got to understand, like, Giannis's most easiest year he's ever played basketball was his 4th year, right? Him becoming this most improved, going to the All-Star year. Because that was the time that they didn't respect him, maybe they didn't see it. It's almost like all these other years you see from guys like go crazy, and then they come the next year and they're like, okay. You know what I mean? They was like, he's having a great year, something. But then the next year came even better. And they're like, whoa. And the next year came even better. And then after 2018, 2019, when you're like, if we don't respect this guy, they're gonna make it run. They're gonna make it run. They're gonna make it run. And then you see the year that we lost from Toronto, which was crazy. I'll tell you why. Because that year we was the only team, I believe, that actually beat the Warriors twice. I don't know if you remember that. Warriors were going on that ballistic run. Yeah. I don't even remember this. And there were signs all over. Why is it like, Warriors just stops today, Warriors just stops today, blah, blah, blah. And because we could match up well with them because of the defense and KD, and everyone would match up well. And just, not getting there with Toronto and going into the finals with Toronto went and, they beat them with Clay going down, KD going down, all these other things. But, Toronto having a great team. But what I would say is that for me, that let me know that, oh my God, this is they guarding you like crazy. This is not they're letting you rock. This is 2 guys at all times, 3 guys at all times. Now it's 4. Last night I saw 4.5 or 5. I mean, Coach Charles almost got in the court at some point. No, seriously, Coach Charles almost got in the court.
This is what happened.
So, and I know it sounds crazy, but you've seen defenses, right? You see the Kobe's double team. Mm-hmm. You've seen LeBron double team. You've seen the Jokic's double team. This is not double team. This is different. I don't know what this is. This is pack the paint. This is everybody inside, and again, I wanted to. What would be smart? It would be go to watch. Let's say Shaq, Michael, all these guys like penetrate into the rim and see how they play them, But it's different. It's like they have no like now it's better. Now they can do that no more. They can't do that no more because he's lazy. He's gonna pass it right away and it's a 3 and after three. So now they can do that no more. But before that, it was a real thing. They would like literally disregard everybody else. We don't care. We don't care because they knew he's relentless. He doesn't guys, if you decide and go like, I'm gonna play one, you're gonna play 1-1. Are you sure? Because I ain't letting up. This ain't no like hey, we're winning. I got 25 or 35, and it's cool. No. This is what the team wants from me today. You're gonna play me 1-on-1. I'm gonna crush you. So it's a different feeling. So I knew that would let me know that, oh my God, this is different now. This is not the same 1-on-1. But physically and stuff like that, bro, I've been like, we all been playing against each other. So you get used to it. If you get to play him twice a year, you can't get used to it.
You can't get used to it.
No, you can't. You can't. It's impossible, bro.
So
get used to what? A moving car playing basketball.
Well, I just always remember the video. I think it's just like in GIF form now of was it Reggie Evans from the Brooklyn Nets? He's sitting on the bench and he asks, I think that was his name. Was that him?
Yeah.
He's sitting on the bench and he looks over at Giannis. He asks him how old he is.
Yeah.
I think he says like 20 or something. This was a while ago, and Reggie just goes, damn. Because people I think knew like he didn't look that big, but how strong.
Well, that was the biggest change. Like I'll never forget, his rookie years. He would walk by. We'd be doing media and he would flex and talk about his muscles and be like, "You don't really have any muscles yet, Yanni." And then now it's
freight train.
So
train's a
yeah.
word for it.
I mean, so it's a credit to him for that work.
Yeah.
I said this before, like a movie car playing basketball, because I had some guys, and you see guys in the bench or in the other team's bench or in the stands yelling like, "Hey, do this, do that, do this." And in my head, I'm like, well, and the reason I say that is not because he's human. Everybody's human in this world, and nobody's above that. But I'm saying like he's literally. It's like watching like when he plays, he's on a horse playing. Like when he passes the ball, notice this. Let me give you an example. You're guarding me, right? We're in the same high, let's example.
Yep.
If I want to pass to Brook Lopez, or if I want to pass to somebody, I got to do this and pass.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He just passes. Look what I just did. You're not covering his visual. Mm. You know what I mean? So it looks like he's about, and when he's running the break, notice this. How many times he's running the break and he's doing this, and the guy's just backing up doing this, and he just picks up the ball, puts it high up, and the guy looks at the ball.
And the guy who's doing that is 6'7", by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And the guy just looks at the ball and he's like, why is the ball up here? Yeah. And this guy's still dressing. So it's like, I can't explain it, this hybrid thing. And I always say he's in between, like the best comparison I could give, he's between LeBron and KD, and just physically dominating LeBron, and then now physically long, just like the thing about KD is like he's unguardable, right? It doesn't matter how he shoots it, he doesn't see when he shoots it, right? And the thing about LeBron is he's just so physically imposing. I don't know if you remember, like now, even now, or Miami, LeBron, this guy was like, you would see him run and you'd be like, oh, this guy's coming at me.
No, LeBron.
You don't want to even get a charge, because if you get a charge, you don't know if you're going to play the next 10 minutes.
You don't know if you're going to breathe correctly because you're going to break your ribs.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
So that's the hybrid thing. Like, because you asked me, and I was just thinking about the question you asked me before, like that is, I don't know, that's when you know, like, oh my God, this is different.
All right, so we just built this out, right? We got the physicality and strength of LeBron. We have the length of KD. I'm going to throw in the work ethic of Kobe, the competitiveness of Michael. Like, it's just all in one.
All in one, and I'm down. Okay, there's never mind. I won't say this. I won't say this because the reason I won't say this is because, like, I want to want tremendous work ethic, bro. Like, you don't understand about, like, you cannot fathom. When I say this, I know that people will be like, oh man, work ethic, and the guys work hard.
Well, Jim, from covering the team from that perspective, you've probably seen a little bit of a glimpse of this work ethic, right?
Yeah, I mean, so now he's been in the league a decade. I mean, media and access has changed in that 10 years. So now we don't get to see as much. But back then, when this all started, we could hang out in a Cousins Center, and then it would, and the organization was smaller. And so we could see the extra stuff, be it the little weight room off to the side, where you're, trying to get some muscles, or the one-on-ones or the one-on-nones, extra work with the coaches, with Chris, Larry, like whoever it was back then.
Yeah.
It was different. And everyone says this, no one knew in 2013 what it would be now. No one knew. But what you did know though was it was not normal. Like NBA players work hard. You're not the NBA is like the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
It's a prerequisite.
Yeah.
You're not gonna impress me if you just say like, man, I'm a hard worker.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
All of us are. That's why we're
how
here.
you got to where you are.
So understanding that, you knew it was different. You didn't know where it would go, what it would mean, where it would lead to, but it was just that it was that extra where you're like, okay, this is not for this is more special than the rest of the special that's here.
So being in Milwaukee, being a Bucks fan, we used to hear the stories that after games he would drive to the Cousins Center to shoot free throws. So those are all true, right? Like those are all like that. This
someone go home.
This isn't just.
But then he was like,
legends.
but there was nowhere for him to go. Like it was, he was living with Ross, and it was like, no, not with, but you know what I mean. It was like no one was around. So what else are you gonna do? And he cared so much.
Yeah, but it's not. It's that, of course. But think about this, man. How, like, if you have this God-given talent, right? And the God-given talent of Giannis is that he's a hard worker. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is different. It's just he's a hard worker in his mind, bro. You know? And the way he approaches life and this damn, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this every day. But you can never say, you know what? I want to change that. You can't. I'm telling you, I can come tomorrow. No, not joke. We can sit in the gym and we can dribble all day. You learn how to dribble at the end of the day. I can. If we go in and we take 2,000 shots a day, at some point you're gonna start making
hitting shots. Yeah.
But I cannot. I'm telling you, I cannot teach you this. This look. He had his face. Okay, goosebumps. What was this game?
That's real. You can see it.
What game was it that he played and turned the camera and said?
Against the Pacers.
Yeah.
The GIF is on our Twitter page if you want to know what he said.
Yeah. So why do I say that? I say that because you cannot teach. I cannot teach you how to do that. They say no when I'm good, when I'm bad. I will show up every time and do this. And now they're getting this other version of him. This is different. I'm telling you, this is. I see this, and I'm with family, and bro, it's a different version. It's not there's like, okay, I'm content with all that's happening in the league. This is what it is. I don't have nothing to prove. Does he? I'm asking. Does he have something to prove?